GBPly review. So, Mike, let's get straight into it. GBPly is like Grammarly, but for Google Business Profiles. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much, I guess. GBPly. GBP. Do you never say GBP?
GBP, no, it's like a tongue twister for me.
Yeah, when I try to say it to people on the phone, it's like, shit. But we had to rebrand because it's gone massive really quick.
So I've been doing this video, obviously, for you, Mike, who's the founder of GBPly. And obviously, it's an amazing tool. The team have integrated it in to start optimizing all the different Google business profiles of what we're using it for. So we're able to do daily kind of scheduled posts. We're able to upload images. I think the big one for us is being able to reply to a lot of the reviews and stuff like that. So I'm here to give it a 5-star testimonial basically for you, mate. So I don't know, ask me some questions and I can start telling you what the team love about it and why we give it a 5-star review.
I mean, the two things that have made it pop so much. Number one, obviously, is that it's completely white label and it's completely AI automated. So there's almost nothing you need to do. But we are working towards what you would consider a hands-free agency. So completely hands-free agency. And I'll explain that to you in a minute. But so what do you think about the rank replays, though?
That's my best feature myself. So obviously the team are using it. I'm not using it day to day as much as what I'd like to. The team are using it left, right and centre. But for me, being able to see them rank replays and being able to see that all being red initially and then bit by bit it's going amber and it's going green and I'm like getting excited as I'm watching the rank replay. I think it's brilliant. I think that's the best feature. Like, I love the idea that, especially if I can send that to clients, it's just you can clearly see day by day or week by week when it's coming back, the improvements of the stuff of what we're doing.
Well, you're on the enterprise account, so you definitely can, because so what we've done is we've created what's called the client portal, which is a white label client portal, and you can brand it to each client individually. And then at the top, it has all of the stats and the data of what they've seen, but then directly underneath that, and you can drag these up and down the portal, but what's directly underneath that, obviously, is the rank replay. So a client can come straight in, hit a drop down, select the keyword, click a button, and they can see where they started, all the actions you're doing every single day right the way through it. And we ranked here, we ranked here, we ranked here. We stopped tracking that because we was fully green, and then we went a bit further afield, and we start increasing the proximity for the clients over time. So clients love it because if as soon as a client says to you, what's going on, they don't say it to you anymore. They're not going to, because straight away they can just look and say, holy fucking shit, I can see this for the last 60 days or the last 90 days or however long I want to look at it. And we started out ranking nowhere, and now we're ranking up here. And all of a sudden, clients are excited. Clients are enjoying it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, also for me though, I asked all the team to come back with reviews and testimonials of what do you think of GBPly. Be brutally honest and tell me what your thoughts are on it. And literally every single one of them, it was quite astounding, to be fair, was like, it's brilliant, it's amazing, it's the best GBP tool there is out there. I think some of them still call it GMBs instead of GPPs, which I prefer GMBs because bloody it's easier to say. But there was all coming back because where I was trying to say, come on, give me something that's not good about it, because I can go back to Mike, I can go back to Martin, who's consistently developing it and improving upon it, and they're like, do you know what? At present, there's nothing we can say that could be better. Like, it's a tool that's absolutely bang on. We really like it. We're able to run all within one dashboard, multiple different Google business profiles and optimize it. So you know what I'm like, Mike? I was trying to get something to talk and come back to you going, mate, you need to improve on this. But there was all saying how amazing that it was. So that's fair play to you and Martin for getting that absolutely bang on. But what I do, one thing who's watching this, one thing I would say to you, I'm doing a Google business profile review here for GBPly, right? And I'm giving it 5-star reviews. But another reason, like I said, I love the ranking replays of what it can do. But another massive thing that I love is Mike Martin and Martin Johnson, the two founders. They're both SEOs. They both exactly understand where everything's moving with regards to artificial intelligence and AI and the volume of leads that can be generated from Google business profiles. And I know if next week a new feature comes out, I know they'll be one of the first to integrate it into their tool. And that's another reason why we're going all in on GBPly and why we're giving it a 5-star review. But is there anything else I've missed, Mike, with regards to the review or the testimonial that you know that my team's been using that's great?
Well, your team are obviously using the client portal, which means you can send it out to clients and clients can do things themselves. Our ultimate end game is to... So we've just finished the feature, it's just been pushed now, where you can go into your client portal, your client goes into the client portal and they can see reviews pending, posts pending approval. They can upload images, they can paste in their clients' emails, they can paste in their clients' text messages, they can see all of their rankings and everything. But if they paste in, say, 50 email addresses for a client, it'll drip that out over the next 30 days requesting reviews for you, and it'll send them straight to a proper direct link. It writes the email or writes the text. The same situation with the posts is you previously was going in, clicking a button, telling it to write 8 posts, editing them, and then send it, and they go into the client portal, and the client approves them, edits them, and approves them. However, we've now set it up so you can set it to so you can go in every Monday. So you go in once and say every Monday, write 4 posts for this client, and push them into the client portal at 11 a.m. Right? The next thing we've got coming is going to be an image scheduler, so it'll say, right, schedule to send out during working hours, random times, over the next 7 days, 4 images every single week for this client. And then all you need to do as an agency, there's nothing left for you to do because your client clicks and responds to reviews with AI as well. All you need to do is schedule an email that goes out once a week to a client, and then it says to them, here's your profile. Remember, upload your images, check that you agree with the posts, and if you don't, then edit them and approve them, and upload your client's emails or phone numbers for the last 7 days, and they'll be dripped out over the next 30 days to request a review. If a review comes in, it pops them in the portal, and they can click and respond with AI. So basically, once you've set your client up once, you're in a situation where all you've got to do is schedule an email that goes out once a week to that client, and that kind of just keeps the client on track, and the client does all the work, and the system does all of the other work, the back end work. So our big aim for this is that you buy it, you set it up once, you spend a couple of hours setting up the client, you fill out the profile for them properly so it's set up right, so that all of like the categories and everything are correct. And then once the whole profile has been built properly and you've built like on stone, so to speak, a proper foundation, after that it is just daily repetitive tasks. What a lot of people don't realize is, we were talking about GMBs before. Google My Business was a static listing. Google Business Profile is a social profile, the same as your LinkedIn profile, the same as your Facebook profile. And ranking a Google Business Profile is not the same as ranking a website. All the same rules apply to your website that have for years, with your link building, your citations, and all the other stuff. But basically, your Google Business Profile, since I think it was 2021 it happened, has become like a social profile. It's those daily manual actions that do the ranking. And if you get them daily manual actions correctly, which is profile, post, pictures, and praise, times consistency, it increases your proximity massively. So you've seen me with Google Business Profiles ranking 100 miles away in one direction and 100 miles in the other for single keywords like agency near me, or SEO agency near me, or business coach near me, and things like that.
I'm going to start you on that. I love the fact that you're in England and you expanded it that much that you ended up ranking it in France. That is incredible. That is brilliant on proximity.
We're still ranking in France now.
One other thing that I want to try and get in there with regards to one of the team members give it a 5-star review for GBPly, and it was touching upon what you just mentioned there with regards to the reviews. We've had problems previously where our clients waited, and then just gone and done an email outreach, and we've got 20 reviews in a single day, and like 19 of them haven't been approved.
Yeah, taken off.
It just looks like spam. Where what you've been able to do is go and get, let's say, 200 emails of going, hey, give us your customer email list, and that drip feeding and getting that review velocity was one of the reasons why one of the team members was like, 5-star review for GBPly. We love that we can drip feed this consistently over the month and keep getting that review velocity. Couple of reviews every single day, responding to the reviews, as opposed to like boom, 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 20 all in one single day, and loads of them just don't end up getting added. That was a big one on the reviews for GBPly that one of the team members loved.
Well, yeah, the point behind that is obviously, like you've just said, if you get 20 reviews in a day and nothing for a month, most of them reviews get removed. And they get removed because Google's like, they're spamming it out, or they're doing. So we've set it so it drips out over a 30-day period. And what the great thing to do is get your clients into the habit of just collecting the client's email addresses or collecting the client's phone numbers, and then your client pasting them in once a week. And that'll drip it out over 30 days. So they start to overlap one another, and it starts, because it is that consistency. And what you used to have to do with Google Business Profiles was you would have had to have gone in and spent 30 minutes 5 days a week looking at a profile, fixing it, doing these little manual actions every single day. We've taken that process. We've basically taken exactly what Google tells you to do, looked at it in depth, tested the things that worked, got the things that worked, and have actually set it up so it does that. So you can spend 10 minutes a week or 10 minutes a month in some cases, less if you've got the emails set up and the client does most of the work. If you can say to your client, all I want you to do is upload him, take photographs and upload them, and on your phone now, we've set it up so in the client portal, they can open the client portal, click take a photograph, and it'll take a photograph and upload it straight to GBPly, so they don't have to do any of it. And then obviously you set up the schedule. But once the new automated scheduler comes out, when your client's uploading them images every day, you can say schedule and post 4 images a week at random times during the working hours. It'll just schedule them at random times as well, so everything becomes consistent, and it's consistently, but it's not all 11 o'clock on the same day and 2 o'clock the following day and so on and so forth. So we're kind of, everything we're doing now, I mean, you've known me, I've been in business 15 years.
Yeah.
Online.
I want to put you on the spot, Mike, right? So my audience here that's going to be looking at this, I'm going to give a 5-star testimonial for GBPly.com, right? I'm the founder of FatRank, and I've got several members within the team that's using GBPly to optimize all different Google business profiles. I'm also the founder of Promo SEO, and I've got several members of staff in there optimizing Google business profiles. And I've also got an agency called Local SEO Sharks that only does local SEO on Google business profiles, and every single one of them came back with astounding 5-star reviews. But anyone who's watching this, if they're an enterprise business, right, that's looking to either get into doing Google business profiles SEO or GMB SEO or whatever you want to call it, Mike, you need to give them some sort of offer. There needs to be something here where if an enterprise business owner is looking at this, there's going to be like a 7-day free trial, or you're going to give it where the first license or something like that they can test it out on their own Google business profile to start with, so that then they can test it, see that it works, and then integrate it. Is there anything you can do with GBPly.com which allows them to almost like try before they buy for a little bit?
Yeah, if they're a legitimate SEO, web design, PPC agency, and they've got clients, legitimate ones, then I'm happy to give them their first enterprise license for free, so they can test it on their own business or on their first client's business. Because I know that once they've tested this, they're going to move all their clients over to this, because it's going to be like if you're spending even 3 or 4 hours a month on a per Google business profile, you think about being able to do that in 10 minutes or 15 minutes, right? Less in some cases. The amount of time and effort it saves them as soon as the guys at the top of the agency see it. So if they go to gbply.com/meet-Mike and set one of their staff up to have a meeting with me, I'll sit on that meeting with them, go through it with them, and I then will give them their first enterprise account. But I obviously only want meetings from legitimate agencies, because if they're not real agencies, then there's no point giving me a free account to somebody who's not going to actually be able to.
It's got to be enterprise. It's got to be people that's got kind of clients. A lot of my kind of audience are people that have got multiple Google's business profiles. If they can get that, you can't say fairer than that. That's a legendary offer. That
if they're going to put 20 or 30 clients on, then I'm all in. I'll do a one-on-one meeting with them. I'll go through. I'll set it up with them there and then on the spot. I'll give them the free license. I'll set it up for them, and we'll run through everything. And once they've seen it on the enterprise model and how the client portal works, obviously they start pitching it out to their clients. I mean, they don't even need to pitch it. It's literally, most people do this already for clients. They just spend time doing it.
So if you're a franchise SEO agency owner, or you're just an SEO agency owner that you're doing local SEO on Google Maps, or even if you're not doing it yet but you're looking to get into it and you've got lots of clients, make sure you check out gbply.com/meet-Mike. Meet-Mike, is it?
That's if you want to book a meeting with me, if you're an enterprise, Meet-Mike.
And don't forget, guys, James Dooley, the founder of FatRank and Promo SEO, gives it a 5-star rating. It is a great tool if you're looking to scale out optimizing Google business profiles. Mike, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.